Good morning everyone. Basan tayo nating libro guys. Kapwa ka Filipino, magbasan tayo nating history. History of the Filipino People by Agoncillo and Guerrero. Today is 14 February 2023. Happy Valentine's sa lahat. History of the Filipino People, Part 4, the American Period. Topic number 20, Preparations for Independence. Nandito tayo sa paragraph Unbalanced Distribution of Political Power. Basa. Unbalanced Distribution of Political Power. Evit D. Hister, American Trade Commissioner in the 1930s, equaled the first of Senator Somolong when he observed that there was an ever-present danger of an irresponsible autocracy with power concentrated in the president, the speaker, and their intimate political associates. During the first half of the transition period, the growth of this irresponsible autocracy was even more enhanced by the failure of the opposition parties to strengthen themselves in order that they could function as an efficient check or fiscalizer to the much entrenched Nacionalista Party. The latter, on the other hand, continued to control party politics, a one-party system which developed from the inter-party squabbles of the Nacionalistas during the period 1912 to 1934 was strengthened during the Commonwealth. In 1934, the Partido Nacionalista Democrata under Quezon and the Partido Nacionalista Democrata Pro Independencia under Osmeña agreed to form a coalition with the understanding that Quezon should be the candidate for president and Osmeña for vice president in the election for the officials of the Commonwealth government. This temporary coalition continued until the time approached for the provincial and municipal elections of 1937, when the two groups under Quezon and Osmeña effected a permanent fusion or consolidation in a joint national convention on September 20, 1937. The newly formed organization was again called Partido Nacionalista. It was supposed to be governed by a directorate including a president and vice president, but President Quezon declared that he was divorcing himself from politics, and following his example, Vice President Osmeña declined the presidency of the consolidated party. In practice, however, since there were no issues at stake except the personalities of the party leaders, the party found itself under the sole control of President Quezon. President Quezon justified the fusion on the ground that the permanent consolidation of the two groups in the Nacionalista Party could provide a third party in the case of the Frente Popular or Popular Front, an election inspector that in the absence of consolidation would normally be given to one of the faction of the Nacionalista Party. But even the grant of a positive political safeguard as an election inspector failed to help the Popular Front. The consolidated Nacionalista Party united under its banner all the strong political leaders of the country who were so entrenched in their respective bailiwicks that the attempts of the Popular Front in 1937 to unite in the respective bailiwicks that the attempts of the Popular Front in 1937 to unite all minority parties to challenge its supremacy met with dismissal failure. In the elections of 1937, the Nacionalistas won all the gubernatorial seats, except one which went to an independent. In the 1938 elections, not even one from the Popular Front won, while the Nacionalistas won all 98 seats in the National Assembly. In the elections held on December 10, 1940, the candidates of the minority parties had more success, but they posed no threat to the supremacy of the Nacionalista Party. The Nacionalistas won all 4 vacant seats in the Assembly. Of the 43 provincial governors elected, 41 were Nacionalistas, while while 2 were candidates of the Popular Front. The opposition parties known as the Allied minorities weakened not only because of the fusion of the warring factions of the Nacionalista Party but also because of the dissension among its member groups. It failed to present a constructive program of government which would sway the people from their traditional adherence to the Nacionalista Party. The Allied minorities included the conservative and Republican wings of the Popular Front, the Civil League under Vicente Soto. Ay, si Tito Sen, di ba Vicente Soto the third yun? Siguro, lolo siguro niya to. Ulitin natin ha. The Allied, siguro lang ha, hindi sure. Kasi kapareho ng pangalan ni Tito Sen eh. Yung senator natin, president sa Senate. Dati kasi si Tito Sen ng vice ngayon natalo siya sa vice. Pero matagal siyang naging senator. Siguro lolo nga niya to. Ulit tayo. The Allied minorities including the conservative and Republican wings of the Popular Front, the Civil League under Vicente Soto, the Young Philippines under Wenceslao Vinsons, and the Radical Party, the only band between the leaders of these minority political groups, observed an American official was that were out of power, otherwise their views were diverse. The minority party suffered from many political disadvantages. They had limited financial resources, very few supporters and adherents. They compound the difficulties of the minority parties. The majority party controlling the government adopted in May 1941 the system of block voting. The block voting system allowed the voter to write the names of the candidates, or he could simply write the name of one party. The opponents of block voting declared that it was discriminatory because the ordinary voter, particularly one from the barrio, could be easily persuaded by the local political leaders of the Nacionalista Party to vote a straight party ticket. The voter would welcome the suggestion as he would not have to undergo the laborious task of having to write so many names. This, however, would lessen the chances of candidates from minority parties. Arturo M. Tolentino, Vice President of the Young Philippines Party. Ito rin Arturo Tolentino, rin to ni President Marcos Sr. Vice President din siya dati, diba? Ito kaya siya. Ang dami kong hinuhulaan ngayong mga pangalan dito. Puro kasi familiar. Arturo M. Tolentino, Vice President of the Young Philippines Party, branded the system of block voting as an unfair attempt to take advantage of the psychological tendency of many voters to follow the line of least resistance. Recalling that in Italy, black voting was used as the electoral weapon of dictatorship, he expressed that fear that in the Philippines, the system would result in the erection of a self-perpetuating one-party government, something utterly repugnant to the spirit of the Constitution as well as the basic principles of democracy itself. President Quezon, however, did not entertain such fears and in fact endorsed a one-party government or a partyless democracy for the country. I think mas maganda rin talaga na konti lang yung mga party na pagpipilian natin. Kasi pag sobrang dami, nakakalito din eh. Okay, nakalagay dito. He pointed out that contending political parties creates partisan spirit, and partisan spirit is incompatible with good government. He denounced party politics as having caused so much inefficiency in the government, weakening the government and making it incapable of facing difficult situations. Alam nyo guys, pag binasa nyo tong history book, parang ano, parang bumabalik tayo sa nakaraan. Mga pangalan puro pamilyar. Yung mga yung old generation nila, siguro mga ancestors na to ng mga bago nating ngayon, mga halal na politiko. Mga puro familiar yung mga apelyido. Ulitin ko lang ha. He pointed out that contending political parties creates partisan spirit, and partisan spirit is incompatible with good government. He denounced party politics as having caused so much inefficiency in the government, weakening the government and making it incapable of facing difficult situations. Supreme Court Justice Claro M. who had retired from politics, correctly assessed the political situation by remarking wryly that to lead an opposition party is preposterous, not to say ridiculous, and to oppose the government is simply play the float and to act the part of a fool. There is, in my opinion, only one way of forming a new political party with some possibility of success, and that is by making its main purpose to out-cason everyone inside and outside the government. So powerful and popular is the president. Problems of economic readjustment. Ay, bukas na to guys. Yung paragraph ng problems of economic readjustment. At mahaba-haba na naman. 4 na page. Ay, 3. Oo. Bukas na to. Bye everyone. God bless.